Hello everyone, I'm Mayor Keith Franke with the City of St. Paul Park. During our February 20th City Council meeting, we celebrated a significant occasion, the swearing-in ceremony and badge pinning of our newest sworn officers. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Police Chief Danberg to shed light on our new officers and our police force and the positive impact they bring to our community. Could you please share with us why these officers are significant to our city?
Well, they're significant because we needed to hire new officers to replace openings that we unfortunately had that kind of accumulated over the past year or so. One thing that I've definitely found with being chief of a small agency is it is hard to keep people. Some people here long term. Oftentimes smaller agencies are stepping stones. Unfortunately, smaller agencies don't have as many positions to offer. And then some resigned, retired.
I think we're very lucky and very blessed to be where we're at today.
I completely agree. And we have a really good group.
Could you please tell us about these officers?
Quite a few new ones. So Sergeant Dmitry Akonitsky, he has been a police officer, sergeant, and actually served for a short time as chief of Henderson, Minnesota. Next hire that we had after him was Steve Quinones. And Officer Steve Quinones comes to us from Inver Grove Heights, where he started out as a police cadet there for a few years. We're lucky to have him. And then we have Officer Chu Vang, and him and Officer Quinones actually knew each other because Officer Vang was also a cadet with the city of Inver Grove Heights. And he's a member of the Minnesota Asian Peace Officer Association. From him, we have Officer Craig Elgin. He's been an officer for 15 years. He's going to start competing as a bodybuilder. So he's got a lot of interest, and I believe he hunts as well in his off time. And then we have Officer Kevin Fisher. He started back in 2007 as a law enforcement officer. He is also a field training officer, and he's going to be getting involved in some instructing as well. And then we have Detective Luke Friedstrom. He is our firearms instructor as well. And then our most recent hire is Officer Mike Noonan. He started a couple years ago working for the LeSueur Police Department. He's still going through the field training process, and we're looking forward to him graduating, so to speak, from that. And then we have one position left to fill for a police officer, and we're doing backgrounds for that, so that looks very promising. And then I can't forget to mention our community service officer, Leah Kretschmer. And she's kind of juggling another job as a detention deputy with Dakota County and also going to school. So she's super busy. So she has kind of sporadic hours, but we try to be flexible for her. We're kind of hoping we can be allowed an additional officer for 2025 to get better coverage, have our officers not work by themselves so much. And if things work out with her, maybe she'll be able to step in that position. So that's a summary. That's a summary of our agency of what's been happening. Yes.
No,
very
that
busy.
all sounds really great. No. Thank you, Chief. We really do appreciate that. Sounds like, we've had some growing pains and we've been able to maintain some experience. Lastly, would you like to just give a shout out or a thank you to any of the agencies or organizations that helped to get us to this point, help St. Paul Park along the way?
Yeah, we definitely had some times where it was difficult to cover shifts just because of the people that were leaving. Definitely a huge thank you to the Washington County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Starry. The deputies with the Sheriff's Office came in and helped fill shifts that we weren't able to, lend their support that way. And then also Bayport Police Department had a couple officers come down and help us. And then, of course, we always like to send our thanks to Cottage Grove because, we assist each other. And that's a very good thing that we all do for each other across our borders. So,
yes, no, our neighbors and the county have always been good partners to St. Paul Park. So I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for the exceptional work that you and all of our officers do for our community.
Thank you.
And I just want to say continue to do a great job. And once again, thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for your support.